Hey guys, EdogPlays here, bringing you guys another video. Today we're hopping back into Tap Titans 2 for part 66 of this series. Hope you guys are having an absolutely amazing day. We're gonna hop right into it. So I do kind of want to talk a bit about our Book of Shadows and kind of where it's at right now. So after yesterday's, after yesterday's tournament, sorry, I blanked out. After yesterday's tournament, we were still at like 55 or 54% Book of Shadows. So we still had a really high Book of Shadows. And that was so helpful because now instead of our goal being 60 to 70%, my goal is going to be 70 to 80%. So if we take a look, I've played a little bit today, not very much. I do plan on playing a decent amount after today's video, but we're already at 63.4%. So I definitely think we can get at least another 7%, getting us into 70 plus. Hopefully gonna shoot for like 75%, something like that. Just getting a little bit more than what we normally do is gonna give us, that extra edge in the tournament. Obviously the higher Book of Shadows, the better, because we're going into the tournament earning more relics, meaning we can upgrade more artifacts, meaning we get more boosts, everything like that. So really, I guess the beginning of the tournament, going into the tournament, you could have a really good advantage over really anybody else if your Book of Shadows is higher than everyone's, right? I mean, everyone is going to be around the same amount of relics, around the same amount of max stage. Everything's going to be very similar. But if you go in with a 90% of Book of Shadows, another guy's going in with a 40% Book of Shadows, you're obviously going to be getting, more relics, meaning you can buy more artifacts, invest in more artifacts, and, in return, getting you a big boost that other people may not have. So it's like a little added bonus, a little added advantage that you can get right off the bat, starting off a tournament without, considering any crafting pieces, if you have any equipment that you need to craft or anything like that. Just a little easy boost that you can get going into the tournament. And I know a lot of you guys have your Book of Shadows, 90% plus. I've never unfortunately been there, but I've been between 60 and 70%. Now we're going to start shooting for 70 to 80%. So we'll see how it goes in this tournament. And, it kind of really depends on how well we did in the tournament. What is our Book of Shadows coming out of the tournament? Because I mean, if our Book of Shadows was like 30%, well, I wouldn't really be shooting for 70 to 80. I'd be still shooting for 60 to 70, right? It's just because we came out with such a high Book of Shadows percentage, I feel like we can shoot for a little bit higher as well. 209 million boss gold. I do want to show you guys something that I was absolutely blown away with. So if we take a look at our swords here, you guys can see our best one is 1.47 billion melee hero damage. This is absolutely insane, and I'm so happy that we got one with a billion. That's insane. We haven't had a multiplier of a billion really ever. We haven't had one yet, so this is really new to me. This is awesome. We're getting some really high level equipment, and that's only a rare. It's not even a legendary or anything like that. So if we would have got a legendary piece, we would have been so much higher. It's absolutely amazing. It's perfect, but I'm really happy with that. We also have to do our raid today. We're going to go ahead and take a look here. So this one's going to be low jack. If we take a look at the clan mail, low jack, we're supposed to be not attacking the left hand. So everything but the left hand. So this is going to be a really easy one to do. I'm going to go ahead and actually start. Let's do a few clan raids. I don't have anything really specific, I guess, to low jack, but we're supposed to attack everything but left hand. So we're going to go ahead and do this one. This is such a good deck. I absolutely love it. If we take a look, we are going to get an immense amount of damage here. It's going to be absolutely insane. The amount, like, this deck is just absolutely insane. I don't know if I should be focusing more on the middle like that, getting torso, both legs, and a head, or even like swooping it a little bit more to get the arm as well. It said left arm, so we can attack the right one and the right shoulder, obviously. So we're going to try to do as much damage here. I'm going to shoot for like 250,000 damage here. I really like this deck. This deck gets a lot of damage, and this is definitely by far my best deck. If we take a look, 372. So that was even a super conservative guess. There we go. So that's our best deck for sure. The other, decks aren't as good as that one. Those cards are just really well. I love the one that shoots missiles, and then the one that looks like a, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I'll just show you guys the deck. If we take a look here, this one on the right. I mean, all three of those cards are absolutely amazing, and I love using them. The other ones, I don't really like this. I'm waiting till I get the other poison one, which actually, which one was it? I think it was this one was supposed to go there. So we'll go ahead and use that like that for the next one. And then these are really, they're not the most optimized decks or anything like that, but they're decent. They're working decently well. So the Soulfire, the very last card that we needed, this is actually going to get us all of the cards, if we take a look, that's the only one that we have locked. So we're gonna go and unlock this guy. It doesn't look like in some of Soul Rise's builds, it doesn't look like it's a super important card, but definitely nice to have every single card, just giving us more options for decks to use, because obviously you can only use the same card once every battles, or every 4 sets of battles. So it's nice to have as many decks made as possible. We're also going to do this one here. This is one of my favorite cards. I've said it multiple times. We're going to go ahead and buy that one, and we still have 1,000 left, so I am going to buy this one as well, hoping for maybe even this guy. Oh, sorry, we're going to go and upgrade this guy a few times. We're going to have very little left over, to be 100% honest with you guys. But it looks like we have all the main cards that I use fairly high level, so that's really good. And if I want to use one, I'll upgrade it a little bit, but I'm really happy with that. So hopefully we can get a little bit more. We'll increase that, get a little bit more mana. There we go, we got a little bit more. Hopefully we can get a little bit of a push. I've actually been struggling to get close to where my max is. My max is like 7,700. You know, it takes a really long time to get up to there. So you know what, I'm even gonna proceed right now. We're still getting an absolute ton of relics, so I'm not concerned by the amount of relics. We're still gonna have a ton of Book of Shadows upgrades to do and things like that. We take a look, we can go ahead and do a bunch of those, getting us up to 65%. So that's over 2%, because we were at 63.44, so now we're at 65.5. So over, it was like a 2.1% increase. That's really good. I'm happy with that. Start off obviously by purchasing all of these guys again. I really like when we get a melee hero. Our best hero is a melee hero, obviously, now because we have such a huge multiplier for the sword, so that's really good. We also have a few artifacts that increase that. You know, our Tempest increases that. Like, I feel like we have a lot of really good multipliers for a wide, well, all heroes. But you know, we got such a good sword now that I really like when we get melee heroes. And as you can see, we got a melee one, so we have that sword activated and also Tempest activated, which is going to give us, you know, a boost to all of them, right? Here, so Porter, oh yeah, we can use these were actually from last night's video, or yesterday's video. So we're going to go and activate all of these things there. And as you guys are suggesting, we're going to go and buy Warcry. We'll do a few upgrades, not many, to save as much mana as possible. We'll activate that until we need, you know, a little bit more. We actually probably need more than that. Wait for our climate to come top down, and hopefully we can still destroy these Titans really quickly. And we can. Okay, perfect. So we're going to hop into another battle here with 3 attacks remaining. We're going to go and use this one. I've kind of made specific decks, but I still really like doing, you know, attacking all parts of the body, even though, you know, maybe this is a head one or, you know, something like that. But if I'm attacking everything, I should be okay, I guess. I don't know. I don't mind the thought of specific decks, but I find that they do a lot less damage. Even, you know, when I would use this deck for just swiping at the head, I was doing way less damage than if I was swiping everywhere. So that's why I'm kind of, you know, just kind of going ham, swiping everything but the left arm. You know, I could do the left shoulder there as well, but we don't really need to, right? I'll just focus on that. 180,000, which is not very good. Definitely probably my weakest deck, to be honest with you. I'll go ahead and show you guys the other ones here in a second, but you know, that one's definitely not our best. One thing, okay, so tomorrow, I thought it was today, but tomorrow is going to be the crafting shards. We need, I think we need like 16 more, so unfortunately we still be like 6 away after tomorrow's video getting these crafting shards. But we're going to go and claim this skill point and then take a look here. So we still need, after tomorrow's video, we'll only need 3 crafting shards, which is quite unfortunate actually, because, you know, going into this next tournament with that equipment piece, that mythic equipment piece actually built, would be so insane. But we're just gonna have to keep putting it off. We're gonna have to wait a little bit longer, and hopefully we can get it before, yeah, like I said, we probably won't get it for Saturday, but hopefully the tournament next Wednesday, we will have it by then. I'm probably gonna hold off till it's like a crafting shards tournament, something that I really want to do good in. You know, if it's like skill points and stuff like that, it's like, okay, yeah, skill points are helpful and definitely want to try in that tournament. But, you know, something as big as crafting a mythic piece, that's just huge. And I really want to make sure we do really well in that tournament. So I'm probably going to save that one for a little bit later. 2 attacks remaining. We'll go ahead and do this one here. I know I can upgrade that 3rd guy, but, you know, I'm not too focused on that right now. I think I should probably be doing a smaller area. Maybe we do like these 4, something like that, just so I can like swipe a little bit quicker, do as much damage as I possibly can. You know, I could go like this. I guess maybe that's just trying to swipe as quick as I can, attack as much as I can, rather than, you know, the the damage loss between his legs, between going from legs to arms, things like that. Try to connect his whole body. You know, smaller swipes, trying to attack everything. I don't know, I guess the best method, but I feel like we're doing all right. So let's take a look. So this was 112,000. So that one's our worst deck. Okay, definitely not as good. If we, okay, what is our last one? I thought, okay, maybe I'm doing this wrong. I don't know. These decks these were for last Titan. I just didn't have time to actually make them specifically for this Titan. But I mean, realistically, people in this clan aren't really looking for me to contribute a ton of damage because they know I won't be. You know, I've only done nearly 3 million with 14 out of 16 attacks. So, you know, I'm not here to do a ton of damage, but, you know, I'm trying to play as consistently as I can. And I think that's the main thing, because obviously I'm going to keep getting better. I'm going to keep doing more and more damage. I'm going to keep learning. But, you know, for right now, when I'm not doing the most amount of damage, you know, they're just looking for me to try, right? You know, I still should have maybe made this deck a little bit better, little bit more focused for this Titan specifically, and for, you know, the head, the torso, things like that, because it does have armor, also taking that into consideration. But I just didn't do it this time, and I have been for all the other Titans that have been watching this video over and over, skipping to the point where, you know, that Titan, low jack, whatever, and then looking, okay, here's a limb deck, here's a head deck, here's a torso deck, things like that. I have been doing that, but I just didn't have time to do this one today. But I will be playing a decent amount offline, you know, off camera, to try to get us up to 70-80%. But there's 177,000. Honestly, I think this is a good average. I guess we did like 118 to 177, and then we had a really good one at like 380,000. So we have one really good deck, but that is really good cards. Honestly, every time I use those cards, whether, you know, I could swap one of the cards out and it would still be really good. It's not, you know, when I think about it, honestly, those two cards, the missile one and this one, those were my best cards. And I knew that before even I watched his video and, you know, found that this was a good card as well and stuff like that. But these two, I always had in the same deck because I knew they did so much damage. And I absolutely loved it. I forget exactly what I had. Those two with some other card, but it was really nice because those two were always doing the most amount of damage. No matter what third card I had, those were always doing the most damage. And it was kind of an eye-opener, and I wanted to find a nice card to kind of fit that one, and I did. But, you know, now maybe the play is to switch them up, you know, have this missile shooter, this one, and this one in all three different decks, so I'm getting a more balanced amount of damage being dealt. But I definitely think it is nice having one hard-hitting deck, and that's currently what I have, is a really hard-hitting deck. And that's really nice because, I mean, you saw 100,000 or 118,000, 130, 177, whatever it was for all those other battles, compared to like 360,000. So this is definitely a super hard hitting deck. Not because it's just, again, it is definitely probably leveled up the most as well, because I know it's a really good deck. And it's more focused. It's not just head. Okay, let's just attack the head or anything like that. Like, this is for limbs. This is really for anywhere. So, you know, limbs are the shoulder, or the arms, the shoulders, and the legs. You know, there's a lot more to attack than just the head or just the torso. I really like this deck. Absolutely. The microphone did cut out. I do apologize for that. It is on this mic now. I'll wrap up the video here shortly, but I'm really happy with this deck, and I'm really happy with the way it's performing. If you guys have any tips, maybe I'm doing it wrong or something like that, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of my decks, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. If you have enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe and smash the like button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.